Hey y'all, I've just been to the Psychic Gardens in Cowbridge in South Wales, and I bought a few plants, and the plant I'm going to be talking about and showing you in the garden before I plant it and after I plant it is called Jack Frost. It's a lovely like frosty leaf plant. Full name is actually Brunnera macrophylla and then obviously Jack Frost. It's probably called Jack Frost because of the really like frosty looking leaves, and it's a low grower and it spreads, but it's a low grower. You won't get it probably grow to the max about 50 centimeters, that type of low. So come and join me in my garden and have a look at the plant. Remember, Jack Frost plant. Look how frosty it is. Whoa. They're like heart shaped sort of leaves. Really pretty. Look at how frosty and lovely little flowers, blue flowers growing off them too. So yeah, they got like proper silvery leaves, and then obviously the like veiny like green going all along it, like loads of veins. It looks like the flowers, the blue flowers, they grow in spring. You can see some on there at the moment. More will grow. It's probably best not to cut the leaves made enough in the winter. Leave it to about just before the spring when the flowers flower up and stuff, because the big leaves and that will protect the flowers in the winter, in the really windy, hard, wet weather. Lovely, look at that. So you can plant it anywhere you want, really. Part shade, part sun. So it will spread across the ground wide, about 60 centimeters or more. And obviously the flowers will be late spring. The best place to plant it is morning sun and afternoon shade. So if you got that in your garden, that's probably the place to plant. That's where I planted it. It'll have morning sun, it'll have about 7 hours of sunlight, and then the rest will be start to get shade. Look how pretty. This plant has had no reports of it being toxic, so it's a pretty plant to have around children, animals and so on. So this Jack Frost plant does self-seed, so it will all the seeds will come off and go into the ground by itself, really easy. So where they go into the ground, you can replant them somewhere else if you want. So the following year you'll have plants growing around, and if you do decide, like I said, to replant them somewhere else, that's another way for them to spread. So make sure the soil is moist and well drainage. So planting straight into the ground is well drainage, it will last a lot longer. But obviously in pots, make sure if you want to do it in a pot, make sure it's got holes in it so it can well drain and it will survive, and you have to water it regular then. So it's a great plant to have, as you can have it year after year after year because it self-seeds. So if any bit of it dies off, it will regrow. So it's really good to go to a psychic garden around you if they sell their own plants. They do them a lot cheaper than the shops. The more unusual than what you'd find in your local supermarket and stuff like that. Really nice and pretty. It's just beautiful.